Well, looking ahead, the Portland Jewish Film Festival returns this month, bringing a slate of films aimed at highlighting our shared humanity.
Tickets are on sale now, and joining us to talk about this year's films and what organizers hope to leave with the community, we have Mariah Berlenga-Shevchuk, Head of Public Engagement with the Oregon Jewish Museum and Center for Holocaust Education, along with N.E.A. Weisberg, Professor of Film and Video at Pacific University. Thanks for your time this morning. Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having us.
Mariah, let's start with you. What is the Portland Jewish Film Festival? What can we expect here?
All right, the Portland Jewish Film Festival, presented by the Oregon Jewish Museum and Center for Holocaust Education, is a week-long celebration of film that is open to anybody, Jewish, non-Jewish. These stories are about our shared humanity. The films include documentaries, narratives, even one documentary that blends in animation in a really innovative way. So there's different film styles for everyone and different stories that all of us can connect to.
Very cool. Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff to dive into. And any of this really seems like a timely conversation to be having. What is the significance of getting to bring these films to the stage at this moment in time?
I always think about this idea that the more specific a story is, the more universal it is, and we can really empathize and identify. And all of those stories are stories about the people that are affected by big things in our world. And if we think about that, if we think about how just listening to somebody's story can transform the way we see things, I think this is the idea about going and seeing the characters in those stories.
Yeah. I mean, how do those characters or those stories, personify the spirit that you're hoping to capture here with this festival, or the theme that you're hoping to capture?
These stories really inspire connection, curiosity, empathy, and ultimately they're a celebration of community, regardless of your ethnicity, your religion, your nationality. The many identities that you hold are going to be welcome in this space. We really hope that these films open up dialogue and they're an opportunity to listen to one another's stories and to ask questions. We'll have many of the filmmakers out for discussions following the film, so you can really get at the heart of why these stories matter right now.
That's great.
I think that's something too that you're not going to get sitting at home on the couch, right? It's so hard in this age of streaming to get us out to an actual movie in person, but why bring people together in a festival atmosphere like this to have those kinds of conversations?
Yeah, I think that it's amazing to watch a film in an auditorium full of people that can really experience that story together. The festival has talkbacks too, so after the films, there are discussions and conversations with filmmakers, with people in the community, and that is so much enrichment to kind of understanding the world that we're in.
It's important context that you don't always get to absorb from just seeing a film by yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, who are the filmmakers exactly? You don't have to list off every single name, but do we have an array of local and national, or who's all here?
We're going to have, well, every producer or filmmaker who's coming in from out of town is going to be paired with someone local who can speak to the themes of the film or who might know the subject really well, or even someone who's featured in the film. We do have one documentary, Holding Liat, where we're bringing out the producer, Lance Kramer, and Liat's uncle. Liat is the center of the story. Liat's uncle lives here in town, and the rabbi of their congregation. The three of them will be in conversation together following their film, and so it'll be a mix of the people behind the scenes who made the film happen and sometimes the people who are actually on screen.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yeah, what an opportunity.
Yeah. So are there films that each of you are most excited to bring to this festival this year?
Yeah, I think Holding Liat is amazing. The Sea is another wonderful film. It's a whole story told through the eyes of a Palestinian young boy who wants to see the sea. And the director of the film will be there through Zoom and will be moderating the conversation.
With N.E.A.
actually. Yeah, it's a beautiful film.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm personally very excited. I'm excited for all of them, but I'm very excited for Maintenance Artist, which tells the story of the New York Department of Sanitation's artist in residence for the last 40 plus years, who is an incredible feminist Jewish artist who brings a lot of working class and labor ethos to her work, and she also tackles environmentalism and motherhood and what it means to be a working artist. It's a really incredible arts documentary about an unsung hero of the Jewish art world.
Sounds really cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
would have never
wonderful.
thought of a sanitation department having
Yeah,
an artist.
yeah,
I think she
totally.
might be the only one.
Well, go explore it for yourself. Thanks for coming in. It's been great to talk to you about it. Really do appreciate your time.
Sound like awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes,
Thanks so
great
much for
stuff.
having us.
for having
Again,
us.
the Portland Jewish Film Festival returns February 24th through March 1st. We do have a link to all those tickets and much more on coin.com.